Hello, TV Land. This is your boy Freelancer Joe. Ready to once again get cracking. I trim my nails, but having a much easier time this time. Maybe I didn't trim them close enough. Oh well, that's not exactly the kind of minutia and information that you're here for. I'm not entirely sure what you're here for, but I do appreciate you being here for it. So how y'all doing on this fine and wonderful and glorious Monday? Yeah, Monday afternoon. I don't know why, but it really feels like a Tuesday to me. I guess, could it be because I've been working in the past Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 5 days? Well, then it should feel like a Friday to me, shouldn't it? Maybe it's because, as you can no doubt tell, I'm looking very jacked right now. And I just finished a workout, so it was the second workout. So maybe my body started counting 1, 2, but that's weird because it's the same workout that I normally do on a Tuesday. Oh, I was just checking to make sure I'm not muted. I really should check that before I start doing that thing. But hey, maybe you're watching this on a Tuesday, in which case I'm glad that you're here with me to enjoy it. Hopefully enjoy it. Or maybe watching it on Monday because you're just so excited to watch Freelancer Joe in action. And we will go ahead and dive into the action by first minimizing myself as best that I can. Yes. Monday afternoon. Maybe because it was very quiet today, it seems. I was quiet in the office and quiet in the office building and relatively quiet on the drive over to work. Not so quiet on the way back. It feels like maybe some people are taking the day off. Which is very interesting. You figure they wait until, was it next weekend for Veterans Day? Interestingly enough, I've heard that active military anyway don't particularly care for Veterans Day because they generally get dragged to various parades and activities and they don't actually get to enjoy the day off. I can't say I blame them. Now what's the point of having a holiday if you can't actually enjoy the holiday, you know? Odd that you would say it holiday. Day of observance, I would no, because they say day of observances, you don't really have to take off. It's still an odd thing. I bet you the Germans have a word for it. It's a solemn holiday. That probably is a German word for it. I would learn German. I actually would learn a lot of languages given the opportunity. If I ever won, if I ever won the lotto, I tell you what Freelancer Joe would do. I'd actually go back to school part-time. Like maybe for the fall or spring semester, and then the other half of the year I'd just relax. And at school, college. I wouldn't have to go to college, would I? And plus it is a hotbed of commie talk nowadays, so yeah. I don't know. I could probably, if I won the lotto, I would actually go live in foreign countries, and that would be the best way to learn the language, via immersion. Alright, so what are we doing here? We're changing to the directory because I've started everything up. And if I remember correctly, I may have trouble remembering what day it is, but I seem to recall that we were working on cleaning up the warnings for the Pure template. Last I checked. So we'll start it up, and we've got that up. It should be relatively straightforward. I think, as I've mentioned before, that actually I think Pure was the first template I did. Yeah, Pure, then Parallax, then Sidebar. So Parallax and Pure are very, very similar. So the warnings, there shouldn't be anything new, and any new types of warnings within the Pure template. It's simply a matter of me remembering how I fixed them. But of course, I don't have to remember because I'm Captain Cut and Paste and I have all of my code already. So, yay! Yay for being lazy. Oh boy. Yeah, yeah. If you see the heat waves emanating from me, more so than usual. My body's definitely running hot right now. Which is good. Pretty solid workout. Training session. I don't call them work. I don't say working out. I say training sessions because I'm training my body and my mind. All right. Let me see. So we got rid of the top bar, I believe. Bottom bar. Okay, I'm almost. Ooh, ooh. That one seems so obvious. Or I've seen it before. Obviously, I've seen it before, and you've seen it before too. And you might have a better memory than I do about what's causing it. It's not a key thing, although I bet you a key is right after it. Rack does not recognize the show label. Oh, right. Okay, this is because I was using bottom navigation, and I was using the bottom navigation component, as you can see here, in a way that was not intended to work. And I believe, if I remember correctly, the fix was simply to, instead of use bottom navigation, use div. And I used the bottom navigation component the first time because I was having, it was the easiest way to make sure that it always appeared at the bottom, but then once I got rid of the custom scroll bars, it was no longer necessary to do it that way. But I never got rid of the usage of the bottom navigation because, well, it was technical debt and I didn't need to get rid of it. But now I'm getting rid of it. Presentational. So what was I saying about my training? Really? Cancel. Oh yeah, I was going to comment. Well, I was talking about why I refer to it as training and not working out. Yeah, so here I just changed it to a div. So let's see if that works. Actually, I shouldn't close that. I should just, so div, and it's going to complain because there's an unmatching tag. Yep, complain. So we go down here, and we change that to div. And we'll go ahead and clear that and save, and it'll hot load. Yeah. Overall, let's see, what was it? Yesterday was squat, so today was shoulder presses. And, yeah, again, no real impact on overall strength, which is pretty good. I do have to be a little bit cautious, though, about... let me see. Normally, when I take the extended break off, I kind of dial the weights back down to a little bit before I took the break, but... Oh, really? Lit? Oh, because it did the autocomplete. It didn't do the autocomplete. Wait a minute. Lit divider and bottom bar. Lit divider is not defined. Where? Lit divider. Stupid. Sometimes autocomplete is a curse as well as a blessing. Yeah, so resume my training, but I did not dial the weights back, and that's how I know I haven't suffered too much of a loss of strength. Although the wrist's a little iffy, because I did a few extra repetitions than I normally would have, but it held up pretty well. So that's good. Classes is not defined. I always knew that would come back to bite me. Okay, because it put it there, didn't it? Autocomplete. Autocomplete always messing me up. Not always, but when it happens, it's annoying. So wrists were a little dodgy, but that's okay. Strength was good. I have noticed that the injuries tend to accumulate on my right side. So I mentioned before the right tricep yesterday, that's still a little bit there. And the right side, that's still a little there. And my right knee, it's been dodgy now for a while now. And yeah, so it's all hampering on the right side. So that's interesting for me to note. I don't know if I favor it, so I have to be more mindful of that. Okay, encounter two children with the same key. Okay, now this is simply because what is it? These guys, I'm using the URL as part of the key, and they all sharing the same URL, which is no bueno. Bottom bar. So let's change this from we'll change this to Facebook.com. Change this to Twitter. Which reminds me, I really do need to update my social links. I think instead of YouTube, I should use or add BitChute. I think Facebook was supposed to be Idka. Is it Idka? I forget. And I forgot what the alternative to Twitter was. I don't think it was. It was open something, I think. Alright, and so I keep moving myself around. I'm getting dizzy. As you can see, we no longer have the errors on the home view. Nice. Let's try navigating. Oh, we don't have the navigation back. Oh, I took out the home button. That's easy. Alright, well, let's see. And there we go. History cannot push. Should be very familiar. And that was the view container, if I remember correctly. Da, 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 da. Now I'm sure some of you are saying, well, Freelancer Joe, why do you keep repeating these same steps over and over? It's how Freelancer Joe learns. Repetition. If I repeatedly fix the same problem, or address the same problem within a relatively short time span, it becomes ingrained. So whenever I see this particular error about history, hash history cannot push, I will remember that it is this. I learned through pain. No, that's not. That might not be entirely untrue. But you have to learn the best. Everyone's a little different, and you have to know what your particular style is. This is mine. So even though I'm not actually creating the solution again, I'm recognizing the problem and associating where the potential fixes are. Alright, so this particular error was basically warning. This is not an error, a warning. If we try to navigate to the same location twice, history would complain. So the fix was basically adding a check. Let's see. Well, the first thing we did was as you can see here, we pulled out history and location, or we defined variables in this particular manner, so I don't have to constantly write this.props.history or this.props.location. Not that I'm worried about the code efficiency, but more like I just don't like. I can't really say typing because, well, I'm just cut and pasting. But yeah, you know. It just seems it's fluff. Boilerplate, I believe is what they call it. If I don't need the boilerplate, then I shouldn't have the boilerplate. Alright, and so once I had that pulled out, I would basically check. First, I'd make sure we have history, location, and the key, which is the path we're navigating to. That's defensive coding, and then this is still Ah, see, now that's kind of stupid. Not stupid, it's redundant. I already checked if there was location. Really, I should just check if there's location path name. Alright, we'll clean that up right now. At least for this one. So if we have a path name, and the key does not equal the substring of path name after the first character, and the first character is going to be /, then we'll go ahead and push to history. But home, view 1, view 2. So fortunately, that is all the same. And then if we pass that check, we'll go ahead and do the transition. Ooh, nope. There we go. There we go. Okay, so let's go back here. I hope my voice is projecting clearly. I don't know where to put myself. Isn't that the human condition? Sometimes you wonder where you fit into things. Not me, personally. I know where I fit in. I fit in wherever I'm at. Alright. So again, home is fine. Navigate back to the same one. Alright, and we do not have the error. Now let's go to view 2, view 1. I should have enough. No. I keep saying error when it's really warning. Uh-oh, look at that. View 1 doesn't have any warnings. Nice. That doesn't surprise me because, well, it is simpler. Oh, wow. What do you know? View 2. Nice. Nothing. Nothing. Ooh. View 3. A lot quicker to clean up than the parallax. Interesting. Oh, that was quick. There is something to be said for purity now, isn't there? Alright, so if that's all cleaned up, and it looks like it is, what are we going to do? We are going to use my favorite word, distributable, and we're going to build the distributable. It may be my favorite word, but I still can't say it. Alright, we're going to build the distributable. No, I should have said Control-C. Sorry. Control-A. There we go. But before we build the distributable, we're going to change the log level back to warning, just to make sure. And we're also going to start up Chrome, so we can double check that that template works out fine. A little cloudy now. I wonder if it's going to rain today. Fall is a time of year for that. Although I'm hoping it holds off until November, because I loves the November rain. Alright, Chrome is up. Not that I was ever, I'm not a hardcore Guns N' Roses fan. But, come on, they had such good songs. They did. And November Rain's a great one. Alright, so Chrome is up. So now let us build the distributable. npm run build. Let me see. Welcome to the jungle, of course. November Rain. Are those the only two that I know off the top of my head? That's kind of Guns and Roses. I'm almost certain as soon as I look at their list. Alright, what do we got here? I really don't care about the members. Although there's what? Axl Rose and Slash. Oh, Appetite for Destruction. Yeah, that's a good one. Is Your Illusion. Sweet Child of Mine. Oh yeah, that's a good one. I want the songs. I want the songs. But clearly they have fans. Somebody spent all this time editing this Wikipedia page. Oh, you know what? Instead of this, I should go to... Instead of Wikipedia, I'm going to go to Infogalactic. Uh, Infogalactic. There we go. There we go. I gotta remember to keep doing that. Alright, building this template's awfully, or building this distributable is awfully slow. Which, of course, is why I'm taking the time to look up Guns N' Roses. Alright. Alright, here we go. Welcome to the jungle, sweet child of mine. Paradise City. How could I forget Paradise City? You could be mine. How could I forget that? Live and let die. A little sappy, but okay. Knocking on Heaven's Door. November Rain. Civil War. Why do I think that was a, I think that's a Queensryche song. Oh. Alright, so the distributable is built. So now let's take a look at the source. Up. Parallax. No, not parallax. Pure. Distributable. And we shall open it with Firefox. Select. I did select, right? I don't think there's anything running in the background right now, so shouldn't be too slow, and yet it is. Web developer. Maybe it's because I still haven't updated my VirtualBox. Alright, so we still got that. No warnings. No warnings. No warnings on view 2. View 1. View 2 shouldn't be any. View 3 shouldn't be any. Nice. Alright, so that's all well and good. Let's close that. We'll bring it up in Chrome. Now, Chrome should probably complain about the style sheet and that image. If you remember yesterday, the thumbnail image. See, this guy has a thumbnail, but I'm not referencing my thumbnail correctly. See, I got the blank document instead. Tools. Yeah, style.css and the icon, which is fine. Yeah, I really should take care of that at some point. So let's go ahead and grab the style sheet. See, now that's an example of that is an example of another piece of technical debt I probably could address, but this is kind of minor. Manually copying. No, clear that and refresh, and we should just have the image one. Right. All right. So if that's all good, which it is. The style looks good, which it is. Alright. Now, let's go ahead and close out Chrome. We don't need that anymore. So the final step, of course, is to actually upload it to my S3 bucket so that it can be shared with potential clients. Although they really won't see a difference unless they actually look at the console too, so. But this is for my own edification. Edification. What a good word. Not as good as Gruntled. I still like Gruntled, and of course, distributable. Alright. Ambulance. So we're going to upload, oh wait, let's see, what are we supposed to upload? App bundle index. Oh, where's it? Oh, I don't have offline. No, I don't have offline. Interesting. Alright, pure. So, app bundle, index, style.css, and vendor. Alright, so that's everything. I'm not going to re-upload the images, though, because... So, in addition to the number of uploads, it's also how much you upload. So, large files tend to take a while, or they will count more against the threshold for how much, or for when Amazon decides to start charging you. So these things are pretty small, like really small, relatively small. Still kind of big as far as if you're talking about a mobile device, but for a laptop, no biggie. Alright, so that's uploaded. Let's go ahead and go to freelancerjoe.com. Bada boom. Ah, I do love that logo. That is nice. And I like that picture too. That's a good picture. But it's a picture of me, so of course it's good. Oh, no, let's, okay, now we go to portfolio. We uploaded pure. Well, I should change that from learn more to view. Alright, let's see if web console. We got that. View 1, nothing. View 2, nothing. View 3, nothing. Navigate the same one. Nothing. Alright. Nice. Am I saying that a lot? It feels like I'm saying that a lot. So since that is uploaded, we need to make sure that we, okay. I'm going to change the log level back to debug. And then we have to make sure that we not back it up, but we save our not save our changes. Commit the changes to the repository. So in case anything happens to my local device, I have it stored safely somewhere else. So git status. So we have 4 things changed. Git commit -am. Warning cleanup. Git push. It's going to ask me for my key, password to my key. Unlock. We push. It says it's pushed, but I feel like double checking. So we'll go to git. I don't have a bookmark. I do have a bookmark. Sign in to GitHub. Well, it's been a while. I hope that was the right one. All right, and let's double check the timestamp on pure. And a minute ago. All right. So actually, I'm going to log out for security reasons, although I doubt, well, one, that anyone would be extremely interested in my stuff. Well, I mean, you never know. People be trolling. Some people just want to see the world burn. All right. So we're logged out. Everything's checked in. That's cleaned up. That just leaves one more template, which is, what is it? It's parallax sidebar. Yeah, that might be a little bit trickier because it's still kind of similar, but it's more complicated in a way. So we'll see how that works out. But we are about at the 30-minute mark, so I will wrap this up for now. The usual cool kid word spiel about liking and subscribing and commenting and suggesting. I'm rushing my words, aren't I? That's why I have trouble saying distributable. Distributable. I just have so much knowledge I want to share. I hope you join me tomorrow, as we will have more of the same of this, but then hopefully after that we can move on to other great things. Greater things, because this is already great. And until the next time I see you, I hope that you take care and God bless.